Hey YouTube, Mike here, that Tankless guy. How we all doing today? Hope we all had a safe and productive week. All right, today is number 5 of the Intellihot series, and today we'll be wiring. All right, so on the side of the unit, you're gonna find this plate. It says high voltage, and behind this plate, you're gonna have, and let me see, what was it, 7mm? Give me a second here, I'm pretty sure it was, yes, 7mm. It's a 7mm hex head bolt up there, 2 of them. You're going to take it off. And I always like to put the screw back and put the plate here so we don't lose it. Now, we pretty much wire it ourselves. We'll pull out, say, a commercial water heater like a Sandblaster or a Cyclone and put one of these in. Most of the time it could be hardwired, or they did have a plug on the wall. You have a wall very close to it. But what we like to do is we like to put a plug on. We like to do what they call a whip and plug it in. So if the unit is hardwired, we'll just cut back the seal tight, get the black, the white, the green. We'll mount the box to the wall, put the seal tight in, put a plug, GFI, put a plate on it or a cover, depending on what the application is. And then we use this whip that's roughly 6 feet long. Now, we scavenge these from other things as long as they're in good shape. Other than that, we buy them from either Home Depot or the electrical supply. And what we like to use is number 14 AWG, which is American wire gauge. So we have a black wire, a white wire, and a green wire. And what I did is I strip them back about 3-4 inches. Then you strip the wire to about 1/4 of an inch. Now, what I like to do is put on these stay-cons. So these crimp fittings. So here is the little electrical fitting. So it's a moon, a half, or a U, or a C. They make them with a hole. Don't, because that means you got to take the wire out. The screw out. You're going to lose it. So you just loosen the screw. This slides behind the screw. You tighten it down. Bob's your uncle. When you put it in, you want the wire to be right at the end of this crimp fitting. Now, they do make crimp tools, but your linesman pliers has a crimping part at the bottom by the handle. Just put it in, and you get it about right on that. And then, of course, you're not going to see it, but give it a crimp. And now that's on. I wasn't doing all 3. Then just give this a little bend, because I'm going to take the camera off and show you. On an Intellihot, you look back here at the connections that are here. This is the switch. There's an on-off switch behind the door right here in the back. Right by the antenna, there's a pipe coming down from the relief. Then behind that, you have a terminal block that has power. Black is on the top, white is in the middle, green is on the bottom. But if you get in there, we're going to take the camera off, I'll shine a flashlight in, you can see the colors. So black's on the top, white's in the middle, green's on the bottom. So if you end up, or if you're in a commercial job where you have an electrician on site and they have to hardwire it, they'll understand black, white, green. Now, you have one of these cinch connectors up here. So basically, as you tighten this nut down, it tightens up fingers here. That is actually too big for the 14 gauge wire. It's too big. You have to get, and you can get a whole kit. You can buy them right off Amazon, and that will give you the proper size cinch connection. Or you could just add some tape to where you want to end it. So now, let's just say you have wire, you're going to use this. Just make sure that you put the nut on, because you could wire this thing up and now you're like, oh, the nut's up here. Make sure you put the nut on with the threads facing the crimp connectors. Now, this is going to be a little hard to see, but I'll take the camera off. You do need a ladder because, remember, on this pad, you're raising it up 4 inches, plus the unit. You do need to get up on a ladder to see what you're doing. So, I'll try to do this so you can see it. If you use the smaller cinch connector, you're not going to be able to get all your stake-ons through in one shot. You got to watch because it grabs the little fingers there. So now you're through. Don't tighten this up. Pull enough wire through so that you can work on it. All right, so now your wires are through. Black first, Phillips. Loosen the screws, but don't take them out. Again, you know, this is a solid piece here, but there is an opening of a connection that it could drop down. All you got to do is loosen the screws. Now, with the 14 AWG, it is a little fiddly to get in there. Get your screwdriver ready. Once you're, and sometimes you might have to use needle nose pliers. I'll get them ready. And I normally have a headlamp on so I can see. There we go. Yeah, the black is in. Oh. Sometimes you just got to get those wires in the correct order so that you can put them in. Again, it is a little bit fiddly. You got a little tight spot, but just be patient. There we go, black is in. Just be patient. My wife always tells me I don't have patience. And I tell her, well, because I'm not a doctor, I'm a plumber. All right, the white. Now, while I'm futzing with this, I want to stress something. The ground on a tankless is very important for the PC board. So now I got the white in. You have to make sure that you have a very good ground and your outlet is grounded or your plug is grounded. Because if you have no ground, you're going to screw up this PC board. Oh, I had it and it turned. I know my back is there. But once I take the camera off, you'll see. Just give me a minute. I don't want to make it look too easy. Sometimes you got to get these needle nose pliers in there. I might not have the screw out enough. There we go. And the green. Da da da! There we go. Yeah, I know it's very tough to see this, but once I take it off, you'll see. All right, and then just say, for argument's sake, you're going to tighten down your cinch connector. Now, like I said, you can add some tape. All right, let's get the camera off. It's a little bit of work. You'll see. Let me grab my flashlight. So you see back there, try to get the light so you can see. There we go. You see black top, white middle, green bottom. And then there is your black, white, green. No matter what you have, hardwired or plug, that's the way it goes. So you can see, I don't know if that helps. It's like right in the back, but you could see it, black, white, green. Okay. Let's get this back up here. Come on. I apologize. This doesn't want to cooperate today. Sorry about that. All right, so now let me get something out of my bag. Oh, and another thing we're going to go over is tools. I'm going to show you and tell you what you need. All right, to test your plug, get one of these testers. So on the tester, it tells you if you got 2 amber lights here, that means that you're good. Your black, your white, and your green are good. Then it tells you if you have hot, neutral reversed, hot ground reversed, open hot, open neutral, open ground. On a plug, if you're looking at the plug, the right side of the plug is black. The side that has the ground, the green screw, it's all the way down at the bottom, that is the white. So the white and ground go on the left, the black goes on the right. Once you put your plug in, just say it was hardwired and you made it into a plug. You plug this in, you got amber lights, top and bottom, Bob's your uncle, you got a good ground. So let me just spin this around a little bit. I'll move the camera and I'll show you the on-off switch. Right here is the on-off switch. That's the on-off switch right there. So that's the box that you just wired. Now, I don't know, but you got another grommet there. I got to find out what that grommet is for. That might be another part for electric. I'm not sure. But you got another grommet right there. Now, they give you on the side of the unit it says here, please ensure polarity of connections prior to powering up. Otherwise, irreversible damage to equipment may occur. That means that your black, your white, and your ground are exactly where it shows inside. Inside the manual on the door, you go to electrical and it will say what it is. Okay, then it says installation note. Okay, also, warning, before applying power to the unit, make sure all air is bled from the plumbing system. Failure to follow these instructions may damage the internal recirculation pump and void the warranty. Basically, you want to bleed this all out, and I'm going to go through that. Like popping the relief out, what you got to do with the Grumpus pump, going up, opening up all the faucets, then plug it in. Because if it becomes airbound, and you get an air into that pump, the pump is going to run dry, you're done. And that's not a cheap pump. All right, here, like I said from the other video, before connecting the exhaust, please perform these steps. Then it says route the PVC pipe drain, pour water into the exhaust until. So I just wanted to go over that. I forgot to show that on the last video. Okay, and then of course there's a bunch of more steps. All right, so when you're done, just take your now I actually, in my service bag, I have all of the little sockets. So just to let you know, you need a 7mm, a 10mm, and a 5.5 millimeter socket. So when you're done, you put your plate back on. Can we see? Yep, we can see. Put your plate back on. Now, you can see how rocking and rolling this is. I'm going to go a video on how to level this thing too. Pretty cool way how we level it. Just hand tighten them first so you don't cross thread nothing. Come on, there we go. And then just give it a little tug. It's not even enough for one of these drills, so a regular 7 millimeter. So like I said, you need a 5.5 millimeter, a 10 millimeter, and a 7 millimeter. 7 millimeter, 10 millimeter for these bolts. These are the bolts for the bottom door. So here, I'll show you quick. So you got 8 of them that hold that bottom door on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All you got to really do is put one in, because if that one is in, if this doesn't open, this won't open. You can open this and not and leave this shut, but when you got to work on it. So this is 10 millimeter. Okay. All right, YouTube. That was a lot of moving around. All right, YouTube, I hope you're enjoying this series. Thank you for all of the views, all the comments, all the subscribes. Again, that's knocking me out, how many people are subscribing to the channel. Thank you very much. From me, my family, my bottom of my heart, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. And I hope you're enjoying this series. I tell you, I've been going out servicing these units, and I've been going and doing their repair. I cannot believe how easy it is, and how I find it to be a lot of fun. Honestly, I love fiddling with stuff like this. And I'm learning a lot, and I'll pass it on to you. All right, YouTube, you all be safe out there, and you all stay in hot water, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you very much, and bye-bye.